We just gotta hope for the best. To the future.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Power Rangers moments that have aged badly.
Trakeena, you attach bombs to every single Stingwinger?
Exactly.
For this list, we'll be looking at the moments within the franchise that became funny, awkward, or just plain depressing to look back on. What past moment made the Rangers look the worst? Let us know in the comments.
Listen, Bolt Brain, we used to be afraid of you, but now you've turned into an intergalactic joke!
Number 10. Rocky's Departure. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and Power Rangers Turbo.
Hey, look, man, you should know that I'm your friend, and I'm just glad I'm on your team.
I mean, hey, you can't save the world without working together, right?
Although Rocky was insecure about his place on the team when the Ranger he replaced returned, he was reassured that he was a vital part of the team. But that went out the window during Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. While Rocky is training for a karate tournament near the beginning of the film, he messes up a karate move so badly that he ends up hurting his back.
Oh, my back! Can we get some help?
The incredibly ridiculous and cringy scene gets worse when the much younger Justin takes over as the Blue Ranger. Although Rocky didn't mind retiring later on, the timing couldn't have been worse. After the poor guy questioned if his team wanted him, he got kicked to the curb in favor of a preteen newbie.
I don't know. I think the power's in good hands.
You're right, Rock. But remember, you'll always be a Power Ranger in spirit.
That's nice.
Number 9. Tommy Oliver, Saban's Power Rangers.
Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver.
Don't you just hate when sequel baiting doesn't follow through? During a mid-credit scene for Lionsgate's 2017 Power Rangers movie, we got a small hint at a big franchise development. Apparently, Green Ranger Tommy Oliver would appear in the next movie. The character became legendary for starting off as evil before becoming a powerful ally and legendary ranger.
You know what to do.
Your wish is my command, Empress.
Fans started getting excited about aspects like who they would cast or if Tommy's gender would change. Unfortunately, any hopes for a sequel were dashed thanks to the commercial failure and lackluster critical reception of the first film. Rewatching this Easter egg scene today feels completely pointless. Thanks to the studio's overconfidence, we're still wondering what a female Tommy Oliver would be like.
Time to meet the Green Ranger. Long live Empress Rita!
Number 8. Mentor G, Power Rangers Samurai, and Power Rangers Super Samurai.
There is more to being a Power Ranger than mastering a sword. You must also learn to use your inherited samurai symbols.
Let's be honest, Mentor G was never the best Ranger mentor. He was abrasive, showed clear favoritism to Red Ranger Jaden, and was quick to disregard anyone who wasn't up to his standards.
Right.
No, I'm afraid it's simply not possible.
No.
But at least his worst qualities were better than the man who played him. Actor Renee Nafahu was placed under house arrest for a year after pleading guilty to 6 charges of indecent assault.
Mr. Nafahu, you're sentenced to 1 year, that is 12 months home detention.
He was said to have committed these crimes during what were supposed to be private acting lessons with several women. This makes watching him try to act as a mentor to a team of people a whole lot more uncomfortable than it ever was before. Number 7. Rita's Baby Rant, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Power Rangers Operation Overdrive.
What kind of edition?
Why, a baby.
What?
You know, our own little bundle of evil. One that will have your incredible looks and my brain.
Almost immediately after they tie the knot, Lord Zed proposes to Rita Repulsa the idea of having a baby. Hilariously, Rita is disgusted by the idea and absolutely refuses. But her stance oddly seemed to change. Over a decade later, during the Operation Overdrive season, we meet Thrax, the so-called son of Rita and Zed.
I'm Thrax, son of Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed, and the orchestrator of your doom.
His existence seems a little contrived because it's hard to tell when he could have even been born. But more importantly, it makes Rita's outrage about children more bizarre to look back at in hindsight. What made the evil ruler drastically change her mind about parenting? Only she and Zed know for sure.
Excuse me, a moment. I'll be right back.
Sweetheart, that wasn't quite the reaction I expected.
Number 6. The CGI Zords. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
Ninja Zords, cool. Yeah, awesome.
While the acting and some action scenes from this event film hold up, there are parts of the 1995 movie that haven't aged well. Arguably the biggest offender is the Ninja Zords. In the TV series, these machines were usually actors in suits or prop models. However, the Zords in the movie were almost completely made with 90s CGI, and it really shows.
Bad move, Sparky. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
The big bots barely look like their series counterparts. It definitely doesn't help that the poor rendering makes them all look overly shiny and cheap. At one point, they even forget what color the yellow bear Zord is supposed to be. While we understand CGI technology has evolved since then, we still can't help but laugh at these poor excuses for Zords.
Coming up.
So, you wanna play, huh?
Number 5. Shane's Haunting Images. Power Rangers, Ninja Storm.
Guys, be strong. Listen to Sensei. Remember, you have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Pua Magasiva led the Ninja Storm Rangers as the charismatic and noble Shane. While he was constantly a beam of light on the show, his real life took a dark turn. After Magasiva faced charges for assaulting his wife, he took his own life. There was an alleged diary left behind, full of dark thoughts where he said harsh things about himself. Knowing what happened to him makes one episode particularly hard to view. During a fight in the Eye of the Storm episode, Shane is trapped in a hallucination. Inside this twisted vision, the actor's real-life brother tells him he's a letdown to the family. The parallels between this scene and real-life events are absolutely painful to revisit.
I am proud of who I am.
Number 4. The Zeo finale. Power Rangers Zeo.
So what's the plan now?
Well, one thing's for sure, I have a lot more free time on my hands.
The season finale for Zeo opened up plenty of interesting opportunities for future series plotlines. While Bulk and Skull left Lieutenant Stone for a new detective job in France, Rita and Zed were considering getting back in the villainy business after blowing up the Machine Empire.
I'll bet young Sprocket really gets a bang out of his present.
But what did big moments like this lead to? Absolutely nothing. Neither of these promises came true in the Turbo movie. Instead, Bulk and Skull go back to working for Stone, while Rita and Zed decide to just retire and not even try to go after the Rangers again. We understand the film didn't have time to follow up on every beat. However, it could have at least tried to be consistent with the story that was already set up.
How do I get rid of the Power Rangers? What? The Power Rangers? If I knew that, do you think I'd be lying here listening to this?
Number 3. Ricardo Medina Jr. as Decker. Power Rangers Samurai, and Power Rangers Super Samurai.
So, we finally meet!
Master Org. You're the one responsible for all this destruction.
Fans were pleasantly surprised to see Ricardo Medina Jr. return to the series as a new character named Decker after he played Red Wild Force Ranger Cole. He did a great job playing a cursed swordsman who initially clashed with the heroes. Unfortunately, seeing Ricardo with that sharp weapon nowadays becomes painful to watch after you know what happened in real life.
The former TV star of the Power Rangers superhero series in court, facing his fate in a sentencing hearing.
In 2015, Medina Jr. was arrested for fatally stabbing his roommate with a sword. Knowing that he committed such a dark crime is uncomfortable to think about. Every time we see him fight with a sword on TV, we're constantly reminded of the gruesome tragedy.
When it was all said and done, the judge threw the book at the former Power Ranger star.
Number 2. Trakeena's Invasion. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
What is it this time, Finster? A monster that blows itself up?
Long ago, Lord Zed made a joke about Finster having a monster that blows itself up when he became frustrated with how Finster's monsters always fail him. Unfortunately, that joke ended up aging poorly when Lost Galaxy made the concept real. The twisted Trakeena decides to attack Terra Venture by strapping bombs to her Stingwinger foot soldiers.
You've attached bombs to every single Stingwinger?
Exactly. They'll destroy everything they get near.
They go on to destroy various structures and even attempt to take out the Rangers with their explosives. While the real-life parallels were bad when the episode aired, this storyline got much worse after 2001. The unfortunate comparison to real-life events makes this finale absurdly shocking today. It's no wonder one of Trakeena's soldiers called her out for this plan.
This is a disgrace. Trakeena's destroying her whole army. This time she's gone too far.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Time Capsule Wishes. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
You know, I hope that the people who open this time capsule in the future live in a peaceful and friendly world.
While a time capsule is being buried, Rangers think about what the future will be like in 100 years. They all wish for a world without war, crime, or prejudice. The Red Ranger insists hope and cooperation might be enough to make the vision come true by the time the capsule is opened. While this overly sentimental scene was a nice thought, the world's definitely struggled to meet those goals since the episode aired.
To the future.
But the hardest part of the dialogue centered around Billy's wish for no more prejudice. The actor's gone on record to say he received discrimination behind the scenes of the show because of his sexuality.
Basically, I just felt like I was continually being told I'm not worthy of where I am because I'm quote-unquote a gay person and I'm not supposed to be an actor and you can't be a superhero.
While we knew some Ranger wishes were far-fetched, it's disappointing to hear one Ranger's hopes were continually dashed.
That's kind of been that, but you know, I will say that having a nervous breakdown is probably one of the most horrific things that I've ever had, and it's something I will never forget. And it frustrates me that I hated myself on such a level that I couldn't accept myself.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.